WJHI Studios, I am Blake Beams with Jake Curry. Per usual, you're listening to the Take the Heat podcast off of an exciting first weekend of NBA playoff basketball. Multiple teams got out to a 1-0 lead against their foes, including Jake Curry's Miami Heat.
Yes, sir.
We got that and more, including the Boston and Brooklyn series that I don't know about you, Jake. That's going to be the best series of the entire first round. You got Minnesota and Memphis as well, but that's what we got for you in a new packed episode of the Take the Heat podcast. And, you know, Jake, we're going to get to you later even more because we got a certain guy that should be somewhere that he's not right now, as got announced earlier. But I say we'll get to that later. You can cut in at the end there.
Okay. First of all, I just want to tell everybody out there watching right now.
Here it is. He's already doing it.
I tried to tell y'all, the Miami Heat are the best team in the NBA right now. I tried to tell y'all before the playoffs started, and yesterday we proved why that's true. First of all, we held probably the best point guard in the league, one of the best point guards in the league right now, to a season low 8 points, 1 for 12 from the field.
I want to tell you that you saying the best point guard in the league is Trae Young with a league with Stephen Curry.
I said,
and Kyrie Irving,
one of the best,
and Chris Paul.
See, yeah, one of the best right now. When he's hot, he's top 3. I'll give him that. When he's hot, I'll give him that.
Trae Young is a unbelievable talent. Remember, I said he was like, I think he's gonna be like top 3 MVP next year.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, I think Trae Young's unbelievable. But yeah, and I mean, I didn't write down a lot of notes. You know, we kind of shared that.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what happened. I wasn't able to catch a lot of the game, but what I did see was that they knew where to put Trae where he can't succeed.
First,
simply.
On the offensive end, first of all, two words right here. Duncan Robinson.
Oh my goodness.
That man.
This man's had the worst season of his young career so far, and he's already back on him. I'm sorry.
He caught fire real fast. There was one play where he caught the ball on the wing. He took one dribble, went up, got fouled, and still made the shot on a 3. So he went 8 for
Jake.
He's an
NBA player.
I know, but listen, he went 8 for 9 from 3. He went 9 for 10 from the field on the night. Okay. That's ridiculous, and coming off the bench at that. So I mean,
how long do you think it'll be until we can start calling Duncan Robinson the doctor?
That won't happen. I don't think.
Even with those initials?
I don't think that'll happen.
I don't know.
That name's already taken. Dude,
you're Miami stand-em. Don't go on Miami Heat Twitter. One of the worst mistakes of my life, because Duncan Robinson is the guy. And I've seen the true Miami Heat fans. They've been excited with Duncan this year. I'd say he's pretty expendable. But goodness gracious, they are so high on him on the other side.
One thing I did love to see yesterday was everything that happened on the defensive end. We threw everything from traps to full court pressures on Trae Young. And, I mean, it seemed to work.
Because I'm going to give you one word. It's not really a word. It's a name. Spoelstra.
Yeah,
Coach Spo, Eric Spoelstra. Oh my goodness gracious! He was top 5 in my Coach of the Year. You know, I didn't do an entire 5.
Low. I'll say top 2.
Top 2? You didn't even have him in your top 3, did you?
I had him top. Didn't I? Had him top 3, I think.
I was to say we got the film. We can go back and watch it.
Check that one.
But no, Eric Spoelstra, dude. Eric Spoelstra is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like I really mean this. When you've had talent like. Remember, he was an assistant when Pat Riley was still there. You had Shaq. You had Wade. Right. Shoot, I mean, you can say like Udonis Haslem, but then even like the LeBron era.
Yeah, Gary Payton.
LeBron, Bosh, Gary Payton.
Oh, man.
I completely forgot Payton was even on one of those rosters.
Man, was a defensive
Jason
presence.
Williams was there, too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Who made Jason Williams look like I'm not going to say an okay defender because he wasn't. Who made Jason Williams look like a non-liability on defense?
Yeah.
That was and that's ridiculous. Eric Spoelstra is really good, dude.
Now, I will say that we can't start lacking because Trae Young's not going to have Trae Young is not going to have two bad games in a row.
Did you see his wave off in the play-in? He waved. Who they play against? Cleveland, yeah.
Oh man.
The Cleveland fans. So Cleveland had an amazing season.
Right.
Cleveland had such a good season.
Wonderful season.
Disappointed at the end, but at least for me with the Rookie of the Year Evan Mobley, of course.
Oh man.
But Trae Young, so they got up to applaud their Cleveland team. It was in Cleveland. The first person he saw stand up, he was going for blood. He waved at him.
I feel like
he waved at him goodbye. He is the home court killer. He did against the Knicks. Now he owns the Cleveland.
By the time he ends his career, he's going to be a villain in each NBA city.
He's the Reggie.
I can call that now.
He's just like Reggie.
I can see that happening.
Like in terms of just different, mentality. Because I hate using mentality. That's so overdone now. Got the Kobe Mamba mentality. Yeah. That's so done everywhere that it's hard to even establish to someone with a mentality.
Right.
But dude, Trae Young has got it.
Exactly.
Trae Young is not afraid to take it up Trae Young is not afraid to go to the rim. Trae Young is not afraid to find a guy cutting backdoor, cutting straight to the back. Trae Young is an unbelievable talent.
Exactly.
And I feel like a broken record because I've said this like so many times already this pod, even last pod. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are going to think it's like I'm an Atlanta Hawks fan. I'm not a Hawks fan. They're in my division. You know what I mean? They're in the Central Division with the Pacers. So it's like, how much? Yeah, but Trae Young, even coming out of Oklahoma.
Yep.
I didn't think Trae Young was going to be like that guy because I thought he shot too much. I think he had some questionable shots.
Right.
But he did it. You know what Trae Young did? He's already, third season in the NBA? Yeah, because he's a rookie with Luka.
Yeah, third or fourth, yeah.
Third season in the NBA. So what Trae Young has gone into, he's become top 3-point guard in the league.
Top 3, yeah.
Kyrie, or say,
Kyrie, Curry.
Go, yeah, Kyrie,
Curry, Trae Young.
Curry's over Kyrie, by the way. We just want to point that out. We're not one of those people.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, when we got Westbrook at 4.
Now,
those kinda.
My favorite performance from the night, probably not expected. I'm not going to go with Hero. I'm not going to go with Jimmy Butler with 21. I'm not going with Duncan. I'm going with PJ Tucker. 16 points.
That's what you brought him here for.
And lockdown defense in his first game back from injury.
Yeah.
I got to give him that.
Well, that's what PJ Tucker does.
Right.
PJ Tucker. Thing is, PJ Tucker feels like a playoff guy. We're going to get into more later with Boston. But we thought, we can both agree Al Horford, especially today. Like, he looked like 2014 Al Horford the other day.
Yes, he did.
He looked like 2014 Al
did.
Horford, who, by the way, and little rant, people seem to forget this. The best centers in the NBA back in 2014, which isn't a bad thing, but the best centers were Al Horford and Brook Lopez, which if you look on paper, you're like, oh my god, that sucks. But for one, we got to clarify, those two could play back in the day, but that was not the most. Centers were not.
That was when he was back in Atlanta, wasn't it?
Yeah, way back. That was
back when LeBron
7th year, I think.
Yeah.
That was when 2014 was the year, LeBron's last year with the Heat.
Yeah.
Then LeBron came back, and then they smoked him in the conference finals.
Because that was the first year Atlanta got a 1 seed in a while, and then LeBron came around and just sweeped them.
They had 4 All-Stars.
Exactly.
4 All-Stars. You know what I mean? They had Kyle Korver. Korver, the All-Star, the 3 points in the All-Star game All-Star, Kyle Korver. They had Jeff Teague. They had Damari Carroll was on. He wasn't an All-Star, but Damari Carroll was on that team. Paul Millsap, of course, which I really like, by the way.
Where is he at now? Damari
he's
Carroll?
in Brooklyn.
Really?
Oh, Damari Carroll?
Yeah. Is he even in the league anymore?
I don't know. I always confuse him with Torian Prince.
Yeah.
He's like the older Torian Prince. I don't know where that ever. Well, I know where it came from. They look identical.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I mean? They look like dad and son. But and Atlanta, like I said, Atlanta. Well, look how long we just went on a tangent for that. You know what I mean? That's Atlanta. I still think they got a chance. I don't think they're gonna win.
No shot. You heard it here first.
You guys won 54 games.
Nope. Heat in 4. I'm looking directly at the camera. Heat in 4.
Let me check this. How many games did Miami win this year? Do you know?
I think it's 54. We went 54 and 26.
Fake fan don't even know. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's 54. Because there's 82 games.
Let's take a look. Yeah. No, you won 53.
53. Okay.
Whatever. We'll count it. 53 and 29. Man, I'm looking at the standings and I'm looking at the West standings. Look at the records.
10 games behind Phoenix for topper overall?
It's not even that. It's that the Mavericks got 52 wins. They were in 4th.
Yeah.
You go to the East.
The West was way more stacked than usual.
They were top heavy.
Yeah.
That's what it was. They were top heavy.
Way more stacked.
Because let's see, between the Heat and the Hawks, which is the 1 and 8 seed, there's about a 10-game difference. Between the Suns and the Pelicans, that's a 28-game difference.
Yeah, speaking of the Pelicans.
Oh, my gosh.
Speaking of the Pelicans, I don't even think that team should be in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, I mean, Pelicans came back against the Clippers, in that play-in game. And I like the Clippers. I like the Pelicans, too, because I like Brandon Ingram. I don't know how they walked away with that game.
I don't know. I really don't.
I think it was an utter collapse, because I am on the board. There's 2 types of people in this world. You got the Tyronn Lue is a great coach. Tyronn Lue can bring anybody together. Tyronn Lue's a former player. He can coach anybody. Then you got the Tyronn Lue's completely incompetent. That's why That's why Allen Iverson stopped over him in 2001. You know what I mean? There's your 2 parties. And I think Tyronn Lue is a fair coach. But what happened? It was ridiculous. That was one of the play-in games I watched. The Pelicans played terrible.
Yeah.
Let's face it. They played terrible in that collapse because they were playing well. That's how they got such a good lead. Clippers started coming back, and then I was like, the odds have got to favor the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
They had all the momentum. Everybody was hitting their shots. No Paul George. Was Paul George playing? Paul George was playing. No.
I don't think so. I don't remember seeing him play.
Yeah, Paul George is out. I was thinking of the game 1. If they would have played, he would have been back. And and it really makes me think, because it was a wasted opportunity. Was the Kawhi thing real? Like, seriously, if they would have made it to the first round, is it possible we would have seen Kawhi Leonard and Paul George.
I feel like I wouldn't say first round, but I'd say if they get to at least maybe second round conference finals, I feel like Kawhi would come back. First round, I couldn't see it. No,
dude, could you imagine?
That would be different.
I'd want like picture this. So it's like the biggest stage. It's first let's say conference finals. Game 1 of the conference finals. Let's say it's the Clippers and Suns. I don't even know if that's possible. I don't know what side of the bracket they would have been on.
I think they would.
Well, they would have faced.
They
would have
played. Yeah, they would played them first.
All right, so let's just say the Clippers somehow make it to the conference finals without Kawhi, and then like everybody's warming up. Everybody's warming up, shooting, whatever. Lights
here
go
comes
dark.
Kawhi.
Lights go dark, and then like a huge spotlight goes on the stage, and a bunch of fireworks go off
Space
right
Jam.
up the other.
Yeah.
And then Kawhi Leonard comes walking out, and then it's like a whole. The crowd goes insane.
Yeah.
And, that'd be.
Now I will give it to.
I love my imagination.
Chris Paul dropped 30 at age 36.
Well, yeah, it's Chris Paul.
I mean, that like I said, top 5 point guard in the league right now at age 36. So I mean, I really feel like the Suns are easily the best team in the West. Not winning a championship though, simply because of my Heat.
Yeah,
that's
all
it.
Right. Don't listen to him. I got the Suns. We're not in unanimous agreement on this. I just want to point that out. I am not clinically insane.
Whoa.
I thing is, I like the Heat.
Mm-hmm.
I used to not like the Heat, but I like the Heat. But I think Milwaukee's got it at least.
I don't know. They almost lost to the Bulls last night. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for Vucevic, they'd have won that game.
Vucci Mane?
Yeah. How does he miss a wide open layup? I don't understand.
He's done that all season.
They were
Vucci
down
Mane
by
was
what?
great on the
Down
Magic.
by 2 with like 40 seconds left, and he misses a wide open layup.
Didn't Milwaukee win by like 10?
Yeah, they did.
How'd they come back and what?
I don't. It was like 2 minutes left, and then they just started fouling at the end. They got.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, they won by 7. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Turned into a foul party at the end.
Yeah,
but I mean, I don't think Chicago even has a shot in that series. I give them 1 game in Chicago, but other than that, it's really a wrap.
Yeah, and it sucks. I really like Chicago this year.
Yeah,
DeMar played so good. Zach LaVine.
I feel like if they had Lonzo, it would be a different way.
Oh my goodness,
series.
Lonzo is unbelievable defender.
And you wouldn't think that he would have this much of a contribution to the team, but I mean,
no. I thing is, when they signed Lonzo Ball, and I'm gonna publicly state this now.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch Lakers game. Like I would, I'm not intentionally missing the Lakers, but like if I had League Pass and it was like you can watch the Lakers or you can watch even like the Hawks, I'm gonna watch the Hawks. All right. Thing is,
exactly.
I don't enjoy watching Lakers basketball. Not even the last few years. And what I saw with I didn't know Alex Caruso was that kind of defender. Like I said, I'll publicly say it. I knew he could defend, and I knew that was one of his strong suits. I had no idea how good of a defender Alex Caruso was until I sat down and was watching film, and then I watched him on the Bulls. I was like, oh my god, what is this guy? You know what I mean? He's ridiculous.
Did DeRozan even show up last night?
I have no idea.
Because I didn't. I caught a few minutes of the second half, but I really didn't watch the whole game, so I'm not really sure. But I mean, if they want any shot in this series,
without a doubt,
he has to go off. He has to average at least 30 for the next 3-4 games.
DeMar and I think they can do it, but I don't see how you do it against Milwaukee.
No, they won't.
I mean,
I can't stop Giannis.
No,
I couldn't stop Giannis at all. There was
Giannis.
one play I saw in the first half. I did see that part. He took a shot in the lane as he was driving, and he goes up, and the ball shoots off the backboard, and he reaches his hands up like
just grabs it.
He just grabs it and dunks it.
Giannis,
it's
his
ridiculous.
arms. It's his wingspan.
Exactly.
Dude, Giannis has got like a 7'6" wingspan.
He's insane.
What do you do with that? What do you do with that?
You can't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. You can't do anything
can't.
with a Giannis wingspan ever.
I don't think we've seen somebody like this unstoppable. Maybe since Jordan, I feel like.
Unstoppable.
I feel like unstoppable to the
LeBron
point.
LeBron was unstoppable as this.
I don't know. I still, you know where I stand in the Jordan LeBron debate.
We're both on that side.
So I mean, unstoppable as to just LeBron he has a full skill set, but Giannis is just long.
Oh, you mean Giannis just goes straight?
That's
all
exactly.
He
just bullies you.
Bill Simmons, he always mentions you got two type players. You got skilled finesse players, and you just got dominant players. It wasn't even Bill Simmons I was talking about. I was talking about it on another podcast I listened to. And they were saying they were looked up not an interview, article. It's 10 most skilled players in the NBA.
Okay.
Giannis wasn't on there.
Really?
Because Giannis just
he doesn't have a skill set. We can tell you that now.
Whoa.
I'm talking like Kyrie type.
Okay, yeah.
Type skill set at all. Yeah.
Well, remember when Harden said all he does is run and dunk?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like that we're not going that low, but saying Giannis has got like a skill set like that, not skill set. I'd say he has I guess it would be skill set. I guess that'd be the right move. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have what, he's got great handles, but he doesn't got, flashy handles. He's not a flashy dude. He's a dominant dude. You're not stopping him coming down the lane.
And he developed a jumper. That made him him way more lethal than he was before.
I mean, I remember people after the finals last year, they said if he develops any sort of pull-up jumper, he can hit catch and shoot threes. He can hit catch and shoot sometimes. But if he develops any sort of pull-up jumper, they got a lock. It's even like with Philly a few years ago. It was 2019, I believe. It was 2019. And I'm kind of in the same boat. If Philadelphia trained Ben Simmons, or maybe it was Ben Simmons not wanting to do it. It could be either way. We have no idea by this point with James Harden, how he's played. But if Ben Simmons had a jump shot in like 2019, I don't see how Philly doesn't win the – maybe not – I don't see how Philly don't win the title. Seriously.
When was that? A couple years ago? I feel like
2019. That was
Toronto.
Yeah, that was the Toronto year. They took Toronto to 7.
Yeah,
or was it 6? And then Kawhi's game winner.
And they got beat on a lucky shot. So I feel like
I don't know if I'd call it lucky.
It bounced 3 times.
Okay.
It hit every
well, if you're talking in terms of
every part of the rim.
Well, it's Kawhi's hands.
That's true.
Kawhi's hand, like, I know we compare him to a dinosaur. It's literally what he is. He's on the Raptors. He's the dinosaur. He shot that ball, the hand. I mean, could you imagine? You know how, like, KD had that shot last year where his foot was on the line?
Foot was on the line.
It wouldn't be that his foot was on the line. That'd be how long his fingertips are. And then he shot it, and then it would be still on his fingertips as he shot it.
Now, one thing I do need Giannis to work on is shortening his free throw timing. Because I'm sick and tired of sitting here for 12 seconds watching the man shoot free throws. Yeah, but last year you could cook a meal, come back, and he'd still be shooting free throws. So
and they would start chanting for it. I remember that. That was in the finals.
Yeah,
I remember all that because he would have the same routine.
Yeah, all the time.
You're supposed to, obviously, but he'd let the ref hold it so he didn't get the 10-second violation. He had the ball. He'd fake it, and then
he would dribble.
Yep. He'd grab the ball, hold
dribble, hold it again, dribble, hold it,
put it up.
Shoot.
Yep.
Every ridiculous.
Time. That's just what Giannis did, and I mean it worked. Like, do you remember when he went like 13 of 15 in game?
Yeah, I remember that.
7.
One of the games.
It didn't go to game 7, did it? It went game 6.
It didn't go to 7.
No, it went to game 6 because they won 4 straight.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Phoenix won 2, and then Milwaukee won 4 straight.
Yeah.
But, now I didn't want to avoid these guys. I think Jake did because he doesn't want to face the true reality of it.
I don't want to face them at all.
I'm not even talking about Milwaukee. I'm talking about Brooklyn and Boston.
Oh, yeah. I definitely didn't want to see Brooklyn. I didn't want to see Brooklyn whatsoever.
Dude.
I think that might have been the first time I've ever cheered for Brooklyn to win a game this season when they were playing Cleveland, just so we didn't have to see them.
Oh, you mean in the...
the play-in?
Yeah. I mean, dude, could you... Boston and Brooklyn last night. Not even last night. It was yesterday. It was a 3:30 game because they wanted the primetime slot. It was the ABC slot.
That felt like a finals game.
Well, yeah, it should have.
It felt like the atmosphere was ridiculous.
It should have been a 12:30 game because the Hawks played the Cavs like the other day at like I think they had the 9:30 slot. Then they had the noon 30 slot a few.
Yeah.
9:30. They had the 12:30 slot a few days ago. I mean, like the next day. That's ridiculous. There is no reason Atlanta should be playing that kind of because Atlanta looked tired.
Yeah.
Put it simply.
Exactly.
Atlanta didn't look like who they were because they played 2 games in less than 24 hours.
In part to the Heat defense, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it's Miami. It's
exactly.
You got Bam, Jimmy, and all them. But, yeah, so they had the 3:30 slot. I understand prime time. You know what I mean? I think Atlanta should have had a later one, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. Dude, I caught the last play of the game, and I'm assuming you know what the last play
Jason
of the game
Tatum, yep.
Oh, my gosh. And I know there's a few Celtics fans listening. I know who they are. They know who I am.
We know exactly who you are.
Yes, we know exactly who you are. That was not a play. That was a broken down.
KD sold it. You saw the play where he realized, oh, man, I just messed up.
Yeah.
Because it looked like all Jason Tatum did was a backdoor cut, and it was just wide open. So, I mean.
Well, that's a lie because he had the spin move.
That's true.
He had to spin off his man.
That's true.
But what people have got to realize, and I'm going to go on a rant, that was not a play.
It was not.
You can't break down a complete offensive set,
exactly.
Run around with 0.6 seconds left, get a layup off, and call that a play. That's not a play.
Nope.
That's getting the shot off in time.
Yep.
And if that's not a play.
It was designed. It was designed to get a 3. It looked like because Marcus Smart was going to take that 3.
And also, I got to point out real quick that was. If Marcus Smart would have taken that 3, that would have been the most Marcus Smart shot of all time.
2 people coming at him too.
Yeah,
and then
that'd be the most Marcus Smart could be. But that wasn't a play. I'm tired of it. I've seen so many people say, "What a great play from Boston!
Right.
How'd Boston end it?" Dude, they broke down, and Jason Tatum's an All-NBA first-team player, and he was able to finish at the rim.
Now, one stat I do want to pull out from that game: The Nets got out rebounded by 14. But the thing about it, Bruce Brown, one of the forwards for the Nets, before the series, he said the Celtics had zero shot with a defensive presence because of Robert Williams being out.
Okay.
What happens? They get out rebounded by 14.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, who proved himself the most so far? Al Horford.
Well, Al Horford.
Yeah,
Al Horford's been proven, but last night, like I said, we were talking about this right as the show started.
Went right back to vintage Al.
Al Horford is the playoff performer.
Exactly.
He played. I'm not saying he played awful throughout the year because awful is like different.
He
did not play
season.
good.
I
don't think he had a decent season. I don't think he played good.
I mean, I forgot he was even on the Celtics until playoffs happened.
I can't do that. He's been on there so many times, and he's gotten back. But like, thing is with Brooklyn, without Ben Simmons, because Ben Simmons just sits there on the sideline in his Gucci clothes and just waits. Did you know he's rebounding pre-third quarter?
He's doing what?
Right before the third quarter starts, so right at the end of the second half, he was rebounding for him.
Really?
Isn't that odd?
He was dunking in practice.
Well, we know he can dunk.
I mean, but still, what you say you're hurt.
Yeah.
I mean,
Zion's doing through the leg 360s in warm-ups.
Exactly. I don't know. Yeah.
Granted, he's getting like 10 inches off the ground, but he's getting it. You know what I mean? But like with Ben Simmons out, Brooklyn is like barely 6-man deep.
Exactly.
Brooklyn, I'm pulling up the roster right now.
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn without, let's see, you can go with Kyrie, obviously. You got Nick Claxton. You got Bruce Brown. You got Curry. You've got KD. I guess you can throw in Cam Thompson. I like Cam Thompson.
You got to put in Seth. You got to throw in Seth.
Oh, we got Curry.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Patty Mills, and we got Gordon. Gordon sometimes. Did Gordon play last night?
No.
He didn't play last night?
I didn't see him.
Did he? Let's take a look. Yeah, he did play.
He did?
He played half an hour.
Okay.
Played quite good, too. He had 14. Yeah, so you got about 8. You can go about 8 deep, and if you really want to play, especially against the Celtics, you can only go like 6.
Because, I mean, you have no depth, especially
Brooklyn has nothing.
Especially mainly at the point, like, besides
forward.
Yeah, but then if you take out Seth, you really have nobody else. You have maybe, Patty Mills. Goran Dragic can possibly get you a bucket at times.
Yep.
But, I mean, you can't really rely on those guys to really carry you to a win if Kyrie's not hitting the shots.
And I guess I was wrong. I thought Seth played relatively well, but he had 9 points and nothing else. He had 4 personal fouls. Pardon me.
I was watching that game. He's horrible. He's absolutely terrible at coming off of screens.
Oh, yeah.
The way he's just small and can't match up. Exactly.
Yeah, he's like a little terrier. A terrier coming through him.
I mean, it looks really, to me, it looks like he just gets stuck when he tries to come off of screens. He just looks like he's lost. Yeah. So, I mean, really, if you take him off the floor, I don't know. I really don't know who else you can go to besides Kyrie and Kevin Durant. That's why
Bruce Brown can shoot.
That's why I said Celtics in 5.
Celtics in 5.
I don't think they get more than 2 games. I don't think Brooklyn gets any more than 2 games.
You got to realize too, it's the biggest factor. I was listening to Bill Simmons this morning. He was at that game, and he said, without a doubt, that is the loudest he has ever been. That's the loudest TD Garden has been in forever.
It was loud.
If that's the loudest TD Garden has been, and they lost by 1, what are they going to do in Brooklyn? Granted, Boston will travel.
Yeah,
Boston will travel to Brooklyn, and there is zero doubt about that. But you know what I mean? What are they going to do in Brooklyn? Because you got Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's the best player in the NBA.
He had
and he did not play that well.
Yeah,
I agree.
he had a quiet 20. He had 23, but it was a quiet 23.
Yeah, and that's not Kevin Durant. Don't put up 23 in the playoffs. Kevin Durant's supposed to be putting up 40.
Exactly.
Kyrie had that game, and I got to point out
what 39.
Kyrie,
38?
yeah, I think he had 39. He's got to watch it, and I mean seriously, I'm a Kyrie guy, but dude, NBA don't mess around when you're messing with fans.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
You flipped off the fans
2 times.
Yep.
He did it twice. But I mean,
said some things in the locker room we can't say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You can't do that. You know what I mean?
But I'm loving it. I'm loving the rivalry between him and Boston.
Yeah,
it's like it might be. I wouldn't put the rivalry up there with Trae Young in New York because that's just unmatched.
I don't know.
Unmatched. But I feel like his hatred towards Boston right now is just it's unreal.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I guess
I feel like the fans started that one. Because if the fans didn't, because they heckled him the first time he came back to Boston a couple years ago.
Right.
So I feel like if that wouldn't have happened, I mean, none of this really would have transpired.
I just don't know how. I still don't know how it blew up. Like I understand how it blew up, but like
last night?
No, him in Boston.
Remember, I think didn't he request? He requested a trade out of there. Didn't he?
He's gone.
He requested a trade out of Boston, so I feel like. I think that's how that all started because he didn't just want to be there.
Well, I don't think he went. I don't think they would have traded him to Brooklyn.
Or was it free agency? It might have been free agency because that was a whole thing.
Yeah,
because
then Hayward got traded for. They traded Terry and Hayward for.
That was a terrible trade.
You think?
I
You
really
didn't like that trade?
because
I didn't like it for Charlotte.
Remember before Kyrie even came back, that's the team that took LeBron to 7 games.
Yep.
So they were 1 game away from the finals
without Kyrie.
with Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward,
Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al
exactly.
Horford.
That team was great.
Yep.
They were a game away from going to the finals.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like if you don't trade those assets away for Gordon Hayward, I mean, I feel like that's you still have a top 3 team in the East with Kyrie, but I mean, with those other 2 guys, I feel like you can continuously compete in the East.
Well, you remember they finished with the 1st seed that year.
Yeah.
You remember they had like a 20-game win streak?
Yeah.
Was it 20?
I mean, Terry Rozier even got his own nickname from that.
Scary Terry, yeah, that's right.
From that one playoff series.
Yeah, but Scary Terry. And I mean, also Pacers should have been in that position. LeBron goaltended to this day. I will never let that go.
Y'all took him to 7 too, didn't you?
Yeah, we would have won.
Yeah,
we would have won if he didn't goaltend because we were up, but they didn't call it.
I mean, but you know he's gonna get those calls.
That's what I'm saying. I hate it.
You know he's gonna.
I
get
hate
those
being
calls.
an Indiana fan.
Yeah,
you're in Indiana. You're never gonna get those calls.
That's true.
The thing is, he's in Cleveland, but he's LeBron.
Yeah.
I mean, like Cleveland. I'm gonna steal from Joakim Noah here. What's there to do in Cleveland?
Not a thing.
You know what I mean? Granted,
there cannot be a thing to do in Cleveland.
Other than seeing like some Indy cars, there's not much to do in Indianapolis either. Yeah. But like, you know what I mean? So there's not much either way, but it's LeBron, so he's gonna get those calls.
That's true.
See, now I'm going on this rant again, and people are gonna think I hate, like I'm a terrible analyst. I blame everything on the refs.
Now another thing, did you see the fan that chained herself to the basket?
Oh, of course I did.
What's going on with fans in the playoffs so far?
And they've both been in not Brooklyn. It's
Minnesota.
Brooklyn?
Yeah, exactly.
It was Minnesota. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they both been in Minnesota.
I don't know what.
Well, that game was in Memphis.
The first one was in Minnesota. Brooklyn. This one's in Memphis.
You think it's a Timberwolves thing, or you think it's just
I feel like
random?
It might be a Timberwolves thing.
I mean, how can it not be?
If something happens in Game 2, we know it's a Timberwolves thing.
Yeah, like that's a 1 in 60 thing.
They get to the first time. They get to the playoffs the first time in 3 years, and they don't know how to act.
Oh god, it's been 3 years.
I think so because they played Houston that 1 year.
Yeah, it was the Jimmy Butler year.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jimmy Butler came in the next season and then started. He took on the starters one.
Yes,
like,
he did.
Might as well have been 1v5. And then he just. Do you remember that day?
Which one?
When Jimmy Butler did that? Like
yeah.
Like at the first day of training camp. Do you know what Game of Zones is? The Bleacher Report thing? Have you seen the episode where he like bursts into it with an axe and he like gets the Timberwolf mascot? Oh my gosh, I love that. That was one of the his outburst. Then I wish we got that Jimmy back. I like that Jimmy Butler.
I like the Jimmy we got now. Jimmy is amazing.
Fighting with teams, but fighting with his own team, Jimmy Butler.
I mean, I feel like that might have helped us, honestly. Just get that out the way. Just get that out the way. Get all the hatred and whatever stuff you got going on against each other out the way. And now we can win 16 straight.
16 straight. I guess you only need 15 straight now.
Yeah, 15 now.
15 straight. All right, well, we basically got one more matchup to cover. Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah, Utah and Dallas. And this is like,
oh man,
for most people, this has got to be the least expected one to cover.
Mm-hmm.
But like Utah's got Donovan, and you see the hoodie. We've got it. We've got to go with it now.
Yeah.
I don't know what you got a Bruins hoodie on, but
hey, I like the color. I had to rep.
He
this
likes
one today.
the colors.
I had to rep this one today, but. So we know Luka is out Game 2, so that almost all like guarantees a Utah win Game 2.
Whoa!
I mean, they did struggle in Game 1.
They struggled hard.
I mean,
they played bad. Utah played bad.
It wasn't even that. They had a 14-point lead again.
Yeah.
And then just choked it like they usually do. So
well, I think that's more that Dallas is a surging team. That's what Dallas does.
But I mean, Utah they've choked 5? They choked the 30-point lead to who was it? Boston.
When? You mean the regular season?
Yeah, regular season. A couple weeks ago, they choked a 30-point lead to somebody. But, I mean, it's just what they do at this point.
Yeah.
But I feel like if Luka...
What they do.
We
we draft pretty good in the 13 slot, and we choke leads.
It somehow always happens.
And the Pacers, we always draft bad in the 18 slot, and we choke leads.
Yeah.
Shout out TJ Leaf. Shout out Goga Bitadze. I still love you, but you know what I mean.
But... I feel like if Luka comes back before Game 4, you heard it here first. I'm looking directly at the camera. If Luka doesn't come back before Game 4, Utah wins the series. There's no way. If he doesn't if he doesn't come back before Game 4, it's a wrap.
Because they're at home too.
Exactly.
They're in Dallas.
He has to come back with at least one game in Utah. I think Game 3 and 4 is in Utah.
Game 3, yeah. First
game 3 and 4 in Utah. So he needs to catch one of those games.
Yeah.
Get a win for Dallas.
They need to steal home court back.
Exactly.
Because they've already lost home court advantage. And there's one thing that worries me. For one, Donovan started out really slow. He had 30 in the second half.
Yep.
Donovan played great in the second half. I was able that might have been the only game I was able to catch in full.
Yeah, I
this
caught that
weekend,
one.
which really sucks because this was a great weekend of basketball.
Yes, it was.
It was eclectic. You like that vocab? There was an
Yeah.
eclectic weekend of basketball. That was the only game I was really able to catch, like in that terms. I was doing some reading. I told you this before the pod.
Okay.
Rudy Gobert took one field goal.
Man.
He missed the field goal. You know who's guarding him
Who?
the entire game? And I'm not taking this away from this guy because this guy is a really good defender for what he does. 6'10" compared to 7'2" Rudy Gobert. 7'3" maybe. Rudy Gobert's a big dude.
I give him 7-3. Yeah, I give him that.
6'10" Dwight Powell.
Really?
And you get
He
one
took
field
one
goal.
shot?
Yes.
I mean, I get he doesn't shoot the ball, but I mean, one shot is ridiculous.
Dude, he led the league in dunks a few years ago.
Yeah.
I think he did it 2 years in a row.
Oh wait, this is one shot like in total?
One shot.
I thought you meant jump shot.
No.
Like, this is in total.
He took one field goal. The
Oh,
entire
that's
game.
ridiculous.
I don't even know if he took any free throws. I don't know if he got hacked in the line or anything. It was ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
The thing is, I like Rudy Gobert. I think Rudy Gobert's fine on offense. I don't think he's terrible because he can catch lobs and all that.
Yeah.
But Rudy Gobert, it's just what he does.
This is also why I think Donovan Mitchell requests a trade.
You think it's
If they don't get out the first round,
Man,
he
what a way
requests
to
trade.
end.
Yep.
You think the predictions?
I feel like yeah.
All right, well, thank you all for joining. If you're listening live, thank you for watching. If you're watching there as well, I'm going to get this edited, hopefully up today. We're recording this on the 18th, so if it goes up on the 19th, then, good luck on y'all. But hopefully up today. Thank y'all for joining to the Take the Heat podcast. We'll be back Friday. We're not going to do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're just going to do Monday, Friday this week, and we're going to work out the rest of the details relatively soon. But we thank you all for joining once again. I was Blake Beams, joined by Jake Curry.
Yep. Heat and 4.
Heat and 4, you heard it here first. I am disagreeing, and I got Milwaukee in the championship, by the way.
Oh man.
You want to throw yours out real quick?
Oh, I got Miami and Phoenix. Miami in 7.
He's insane. They're not winning 15 straight then. All right, thank you all for listening, y'all. Everybody have a great day. Thank you for watching on YouTube.